And anytime I read it online or just somebody saying that Ripple somehow isn't committed to the XRP ledger, I just think that they totally are missing it. Like, we're 100% committed to the XRP ledger. We always will be.
First Bitcoin and then the XRP ledger and what we were doing at Ripple, he was on fire. He was so excited about what the opportunities were. And it was more than just a business opportunity to him. It was like, this is going to be this is the most important invention in finance
for RLUSD or RippleUSD for success. And again, we think it helps the overall XRPL ecosystem because it just adds liquidity on Ledger. So we're excited about that. Ripple has always taken the view that anything we can do that is good for the XRP ledger, we're going to lean into. Bringing liquidity to the XRP ledger is good for everyone in the community.
Deflationary cryptocurrencies like XRP that have a finite supply that can't be inflated specifically, meet that requirement. One of the biggest issues with Bitcoin is its scalability. It's whatever it is, 7 transactions, or changing the underlying hardware doesn't change the speed or capabilities of Bitcoin.
But in this one example is that somebody got their XRP frozen, right? When they tried to dump it.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. We're going to be checking out BTC Maxi versus XRP. You're going to love it. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up. Because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap in the green today at 2.27 trillion, up about 2% in the past 24. We got XRP right around 53.5 cents, Stellar XLM right around 9 cents. We got BTC 62,427. We got ETH right around 24 hundo. We got Flare Networks right around a penny and a half. Axelar right around 63 cents. XDC right around 2 cents. Songbird 0068. Stronghold 0049. We got Zahao right around 8 cents. Evernode right around 0.066. Jewel token right around 0.048. Taking a look at Zahao coming off that good news. A nice double up from 3 cents up to about 8 cents. We got Ripple to pop things off. Ripple's end-to-end payment solution now live in Brazil. Learn how new partnerships with Mercado Bitcoin will streamline treasury operations between Brazil and Portugal, boosting cross-border payment efficiencies via Ripple's managed payment solutions. All roads lead to the bridge. We got one from Dr. Artur K. Monthly XRP Ledger report ready. Protocol fees, 77,000 in September. Total transactions up 6%, but active wallets down minus 2.2. Total XRPL users, 115,000. We got DApp users around 10K. DApp transaction shares around 0.75%. XRP in the AMM pool is around 12.3 million XRP, minus 2%. AMM volume around 47.6%. Users with 11 to 50 monthly transactions around 22%. Single transaction users around 24%. And XRP Ledger market cap below 100 million USD. We got Bitstamp. Here are the top 3 crypto trends from this week. Ripple gets approval in Dubai for cross-border crypto payments. A new survey shows 50% of U.S. voters support pro-crypto policies. BlackRock sees the highest monthly ETF inflows as U.S. Bitcoin holdings climb. Meanwhile, SEC appeals trying to shake you out of the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes. Know what you hold? We got Cointelegraph just in Coinbase to delist USDT and other non-compliant stablecoins in the EU. Coinbase will remove stablecoins that don't meet the EU's new MiCA regulation by December 30th, 2024. Get ready to get real with that RLUSD. Jack the Rippler just in. Major exchange Coinbase will delist non-compliant stablecoins in the EU in December. Only Ripple stablecoin, RLUSD, and USDC are MiCA compliant. RLUSD will launch this year. XRP will be an auto-bridge currency for every RLUSD transaction. XRP drops Ripple's Chris Larson as a member of the IMF High-Level Advisory Group on the Finance and Technologies. 19 members who are highly experienced experts and respected leaders in the field of finance and technology. Ripple, XRP, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out. BTC who? ETH who? Another one from XRP drops. Chris Larson is where all the trends come together. Before Ripple, Monica Long worked for Chris Larson at Prosper. This is the most important invention in finance in more than 50 years.
People were at the company then. I think roughly 10. I should have consulted David before coming up here. I think it was roughly 10, mostly engineers. I knew Chris Larson, who co-founded the company. He was CEO then. He's now our executive chairman of the board. I had worked for him when he was the CEO of Prosper years ago. Prosper was this really exciting, innovative, peer-to-peer lending platform. And so I really enjoyed my time working for Chris then, saw him as a real visionary and also someone who had a real mission to democratize finance. That's a through line in his career. E-loan first in the 90s to bring mortgage lending online, and then Prosper, and then Ripple. So I was just catching up with him. It was just an innocent catch-up meeting, I think in August or something of 2013. But when he started to talk about what was happening with first Bitcoin and then the XRP ledger and what we were doing at Ripple, he was on fire. He was so excited about what the opportunities were. And it was more than just a business opportunity to him. It was like, this is going to be this is the most important invention in finance in more than 50 years. So I really bought into his excitement and his vision and haven't looked back since. We're still working on it.
Crypto Insights UK, understanding the importance of RLUSD with Brad Garlandhouse, Joe Katz. Clips taken from the XRP Ledger Zone, Korea.
Institutions, I think, sets up for RLUSD or rippleNewstoday for success. And again, we think it helps the overall XRPL ecosystem because it just adds liquidity on Ledger. So we're excited about that. We are very close to, I think earlier today, somebody asked me for a timeline. I just said weeks, not months, because of, but we're getting there pretty quickly. And we just want to make sure we launch with kind of full regulatory oversight out of the gates to keep everybody happy.
I think having high quality stablecoins on the XRP ledger is just, we know from other platforms that when they have high quality stablecoins on there, total value locked increases, transaction flow increases, liquidity increases. It's just a key enabling technology. And it's just a great example of that thing where like the stablecoin issuers are some of the most regulated entities on the institutions.
Mr. Man XRP, Brad Garlandhouse, speaks to the RLUSD being a factor to bring liquidity to the XRP ledger in the monumental fight with the SEC.
Two things come to mind of like big events. I'll save the bigger one for the second. But, look, I think the stablecoin effort is a really important one. And I think Ripple has always taken the view that anything we can do that is good for the XRP ledger, we're going to lean into. Bringing liquidity to the XRP ledger is good for everyone in the community. And anytime I read it online or just somebody saying that Ripple somehow isn't committed to the XRP ledger, I just think that they totally are missing it. Like, we're 100% committed to the XRP ledger. We always will be. And we would only do a stable coin if we thought it was good for the XRP ledger. But I think that's going to be an exciting step around the RLUSD. Like the second one, which I'm sure Monica was letting me talk about, but getting sued by the U.S. government is not a fun experience, and I think it was pivotal for Ripple, but it was also pivotal for the crypto industry at large, and I think not just in the United States, but even globally. We had sort of an opportunity to settle that without fighting the fight. We ended up deciding to fight the fight, and it was expensive. It was certainly stressful. I was actually, right before I got up here, I was reading on Twitter, and somebody on Twitter was commenting how much it looks like Brad has aged over the years. It's like, well, the government sues you, it stresses you out. Anyway, that was certainly an important step for the company, but an important step for crypto at large. And I think I'm proud of the fact that we stood up to what I think is kind of a U.S. government entity that's being a bully and still being a bully to other entities. So yeah, thank you.
Brad, you still there? Crypto Insights UK, Hammer Toe laying down the facts with Da Vinci about XRP and the XRP ledger, BTC Maxi getting cooked.
I think that is a really good reason for cryptocurrencies and, deflationary cryptocurrencies like XRP that have a finite supply that can't be inflated specifically, meet that requirement. One of the biggest issues with Bitcoin is its scalability. It's whatever it is, 7 transactions or 10 transactions a second, whatever it can do. Then, every person in the world is going to be, if they wanted to use Bitcoin, they could make 2 transactions in their entire lifetime, and that would be the capacity used up. So the only way in which Bitcoin can actually kind of scale to be usable is to have additional things like layer 2 networks or custodial networks or whatever that, unfortunately, in making it more useful, remove a lot of the very key, interesting concepts that Bitcoin is known for, right? And that Bitcoin uses. So I totally agree. Bitcoin was revolutionary. It was great when it came out. It was fantastic. And I totally agree with what you're saying in terms of its goals. The problem being is that from a pragmatic point of view, it's just not usable in society with the number of people that want to be able to use it, right? The transaction fees are just too high, and they're going to get higher. As the mining subsidies disappear, then the fees are going to get higher and higher, and it's going to be your banks, your rich people, whatever, they're going to use it, because the everyday person is just simply not going to be able to afford to transact on Bitcoin. So they're going to have to use layer 2s that just, most of those remove the interesting aspects that make Bitcoin unique. And so you might as well use something instead that is far more pragmatic with this approach. And like I said, the XRP ledger was created by Bitcoin developers who understood this, right? That is why they created the XRP ledger, because they understood this. And one of the first use cases of Bitcoin, of the XRP ledger, was to tokenize Bitcoin, right? That's why it was the first blockchain to have a DEX, the first blockchain to support tokenization, because one of its early use cases was to tokenize Bitcoin and, transact Bitcoin in a far more efficient manner.
Changing the underlying hardware does not change the speed or the capabilities of Bitcoin. Still 7 transactions per second.
No, faster networks, right? Which will allow us to actually instantly send transactions. What happens if we have instant transaction settlement across all the network nodes, right? What happens if that happens? You know what I mean?
That can't be done by changing something underneath Bitcoin. That can only be done by changing.
That is what's underneath, is the actual physical layers, right? That's
but
like,
you
for
change
example,
those and Bitcoin stays the same. The Bitcoin algorithm specifically compensates.
Yes, the algorithm stays the same, just like TCP/IP does, right? But all of a sudden, because of a lot of equipment, the physical equipment, everything becomes faster. Bitcoin becomes faster. That's the same.
If you change all that underneath, Bitcoin still does 7 transactions a second and still a block every 10 minutes. In order to change those, you've got to change the parameters of Bitcoin itself, not the underlying. If I suddenly get a miner that can mine 10 times as many blocks a second, that doesn't change the speed of Bitcoin. We've seen that already, right? Bitcoin miners are now faster than they ever were, and that doesn't change, right? Bitcoin is designed to keep the block time constant, and hence the number of transactions per second constant. The only way of changing those is by changing the actual parameters of Bitcoin itself. You can't do that by changing an underlying layer. We've seen that over time. Otherwise, Bitcoin would now be 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times faster than it was, because we've got ASICs running instead of, my desktop CPU running as it was, back in the day when I used to mine, right? Changing the underlying hardware doesn't change the speed or capabilities of Bitcoin.
It was never BTC. The Bitcoin developers saw the flaws in Bitcoin, so they made a better one called XRP. Here's another one here. XRP cannot be frozen on the ledger.
Maybe this is wrong. I want you to clarify this for me, and maybe it's completely wrong. But in this one example is that somebody got their XRP frozen, right? When they tried to dump it, and please clarify that particular point. If you can, maybe it's something different.
Yeah, that's no one's ever had their XRP frozen. You can't freeze XRP. There's not the ability to freeze XRP on the XRP ledger. So the incident you possibly are referring to was one of the original founders, a guy called Jed McCaleb, who sold his XRP for USD, and that was then seized on an exchange, right? Had he have kept his funds in XRP, there would have been no way to have seized it, right? Bar going after him with a large spanner, right? Which is the same attack you can do on Bitcoiners. So, no, XRP can't be frozen. There isn't any facility or ability to freeze XRP on the XRP ledger.
I'll leave the link down below if you want to check out the full podcast, XRP versus Bitcoin, Mr. M podcast. Stellar attendees from 35 plus countries are coming to Meridian to talk about the global impact. Stellar. We got Bifrost. Be on the lookout out there. There's a scam app, Bifrost crypto wallet, pretending to be the self-custody wallet and infringing on our IP rights. You can help by reporting and reviewing this app accordingly. Be safe out there. Scammers want those bags by any means necessary. We got Mustache. Altcoins, such a nice balance from the downtrending, from which altcoins broke out after 6 months. I hope you were listening yesterday. Bears are still waiting for 44K higher. We got Egg Rat Crypto, worst case scenario, 230 to 589. Says he's been getting a lot of DMs asking about the worst case scenario for XRP this cycle, so he breaks it down. Check out Egg Rat Crypto on X, Approach 1, Approach 2. With that being said, Batman Bag Ladies, XRP, faster, cheaper, more efficient, eco-friendly, no more middleman. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open? And XRP's true price is finally revealed.
Big bands, later bitches down on earth, had a serve home, never taking no markings on me, no thanks though. Took my cash out the bank, cause there's no bank notes. We universally coming online, we the bank knows. We figured out the plan, so we coming for the bank load. Everything changing, come see us, we got the bank loans. Watch us come in with no mask and watch us take those. Figured out the cheat and we broke the matrix code. Activating like superheroes came to save souls. Unlock your mind consciousness and finally take control. That had you plugged into the game, just had to let it go.